There are a few words that can change a life more than "you have cancer." After 8 years, Josh Sommer is coloring in his life's picture.
We introduced you to Josh in 2010, shortly after he learned he had a rare form of cancer, so rare there was almost no research being done on it. As Bob shows us in tonight's Buckley Report, the young man has changed things since that day.
In an old tobacco factory with a plaque dedicated to the millions who smoked Chesterfields, Josh Sommer is taking a different tack on health.
Instinctually brought an engineering mindset to this problem.
Josh and his team at the Chordoma Foundation are building a family around what was once thought of as an orphan disease.
In a disease where there aren't any approved therapies and patients with advanced disease desperately needs something, right? We can't just shoot from the hip.
When you started this foundation, did you have any idea it was going where it is?
No idea.
Josh didn't have much of an idea of the disease itself that he had been diagnosed with while he was a freshman at Duke back in 2006. A bone cancer so rare that there was only one federally funded researcher for it. But he just happened to be at Duke and asked Josh to join him to search for his own cure. And Josh thought,
I haven't taken biology since, I don't know, 8th or 9th grade. Had no interest in medicine, didn't know anything about cancer or genetics.
But the clock was ticking, and Josh had to find something before his own time was up, which he sensed was soon once he was diagnosed.
Initially, the number I had in my mind was 7 years. That was the median survival at the time. The idea of living to this point was kind of out of the realm of my imagination.
Yet here he is, and in the 17 years since his diagnosis, Josh and his team have helped put an infrastructure for research in place, developing a tissue sample bank and connecting researchers, which may all prove to be crucial for Todd Balfe.
So I'm very active. I've always been in sports.
Todd's a serious biker from Massachusetts who was suffering from severe back pain that forced him to see a doctor about 10 years ago.
In the MRI, you know when there's this kind of lull in the room after the technicians have looked at your film, and they say, you might want to just stay here for a bit. We're going to call upstairs. And when that happens, there's something. All of a sudden the heart beats a little faster because I knew that something was up.
What was up was that Todd, too, is among the only 300 or so people diagnosed with chordoma each year.
The only place I didn't go to was Japan.
But because of the Chordoma Foundation's work that's led to a number of clinical trials, Todd is in a much better situation than Josh found himself in when he was diagnosed.
I could do a trial that will end after 9 months maybe, but I can then jump to another trial, and there's a menu of things to do, whereas 15 years ago there was surgery and good luck.
I think that there's never been more reason for optimism right now. Every year we look back and the progress we're making now dwarfs the progress that was made previously.
But chordoma is a ruthless form of cancer, and eventually
you had your own setback.
Indeed. I had 16 years of good health, which was longer than I had imagined I would have at the outset. And I think, once you've kind of gotten past 10, 15 years, it's easy to imagine yourself as being in the clear or it kind of being in the rearview mirror.
Josh's chordoma tumors came back while his wife was 8 months pregnant with their first child. Fortunately, they appear to have gotten it all again, and as they continue this work,
And this is an experiment on chordoma cells that were treated with a drug. And Lee, if you hold that up, you can see that the drug worked. The cells in the bottom are gone.
they hope to move beyond basic treatments.
Where are we going to be in 10 years?
In 10 years, we are going to have a number of treatment options for patients. And we're going to have an understanding of which patients should get which drug at which time.
All because a kid at Duke wouldn't give in to his diagnosis. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.
So a lot of positive coming out of that. The Chordoma Foundation is based in Durham and hopes to turn the type of bone cancer into a chronic manageable disease within the next few years.